Hey, what's up, Lakeside? Just want to let you know that we are doing a great job here. It is hotter than heck in this classroom right now. I'm sweating a little bit. This lesson is going to go out to William Hoopenbecker and his mom. She right now is battling breast cancer and going through the treatments of that. And just thinking about her and him, our family. I know right now it's a tough time being at home, learning math on your own and things like that. And just know that before you know it, you're going to be moving on to 6th grade, most of you. You're going to be moving on to 6th grade, and it's going to be, you're going to see us in the hallways and things like that. It's going to be great, okay? So today is a little bit of review, so if you get bored out of your garden, you're like, Mr. O, I got this, then just click out of it. But for those of you that need a little bit of extra help, a little bit more support, those of you in the mud a little bit and trying to figure it out a little bit, well then let's watch. But if you feel like you have surface area, both rectangles and triangular prisms, then you're good to go, okay? So, for the rest of you, let's watch. All right, for these, remember, rectangular prism, it's like a box, front, back, left, right, top, bottom. There's 6 faces, which we're gonna get into next lessons about faces, edges, vertices. But for now, we're gonna deal with this shape. For this particular shape, let's just start I always go to the front. Start with the front right here, front door. This particular shape, if you want, I guess you could label all the numbers. This is 2, this is 2, this is 2, this is 2. Because they're all parallel. If you'd rather not do that because it's confusing to you, then don't do that. But if you feel like this is going to help you, this is 5, 5, 5, 5, because they're all parallel. And then vertical lines right here, I've got 7, 7, 7, 7. Moving on. So, right here, if I go to my front side, I've got a 5 by 7. And if you remember the trick, 5, 7, 2. Now, we could just do the trick right now and go 5 times 7 is 35. 2 of them are going to be 35. May not be the front and the back, but 2 of them are going to be 35. And then 5 times 2. 2 of them are going to be 5 times 2. And then 2 of them are going to be 7 times 2, 14. And you could be done. Now, but if I ask, hey, guys, what's the area of the right-hand side? You would have to know, oh, that's a 2 by 7, that's 14. But if I say, hey, guys, just find the surface area, that's the trick of it, going, oh, 5 times 7, 5 times 2, and then 2 times 7. All multiplying all those numbers at different points. Now, from here at this point, I can just add all those up. 70, 28, and 20. Add all of them up correctly. If you want to use a calculator, please do. 8, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I get 118. They're not labeled because they're just units. We'll just go units squared. Okay, again, if I want to find the front, it's a 5 by 7. Got it. If I want to find this right-hand side, 2 by 7. 2 times 7. I used it over here on the right and left. And then the top and bottom, I'm going to go across. Top and bottom, it'd be a 5 by 2. 5 times 2, I got 10 right here. So I will use all those. I added all of them up. I got 118. Now today I'm going to try to mess you up a little bit and throw a net at you. And I think for some of you this may be easier to see it unfolded. For some of you this may not be easier and you're just like, Mr. O, I'm going to go back to this. You have to know how to do both. It's not good enough to just know one or the other. You have to know both. So this one, these rectangles look similar, but they're a little bit different. I think like, these 2 right here look the same. These 2 up here look the same, and then these 2 side ones are the same or similar. Okay, so based on those, still 6 faces. All right, sit down. Just sit down. You gotta have fun with it. You gotta have fun with this, right? All right. So let's start at the bottom one here. Well, if this is 6, this is 6. If this is 4, this is 4. Now this is where it gets a little bit trickier. This is 6. This is 6. All of these are going to be 8, and you may not be able to see them, but all of these numbers are labeled as 8. 8, 8, 8, 8, and 8. Then I've got 4 over here. Well, if this is 4, this is going to be ended up folding up and together, going to be 4. 4. Okay? 6. There's a lot of numbers labeled in here, but you're going to get them all 6 right here. So now, if I go about this bottom shape, it is a 6 by 8. 6 times 8, what do you get? No, 48. So I got one of the faces. 48. Well, there's going to be another face that's also 48. This one, and then this one up here. I've got 2 of them as 48. Then I've got these other shapes on the side. Let's go with these rectangles. Well, over here I've got a 4 by 6. Well, if this one's 4 by 6, you guessed it, 4 by 6 over here. 4 times 6, I get 24. So left and right are going to be 24. And then I got these two shapes here. Now eventually you can see either the top to the bottom. Just depends on their orientation. I've got a 4 high by 8 across. 4 times 8, I get 32. Oopsie, 32. Now I could have gone the cheating, or not just the cheating, but the trick way. 8, 6, and 4 were the only numbers we used. We used 6 times 8, got 48. We used 4 times 8, got 32. And then we went 6 times 4 and got 24. Okay, we could have done that, but I just want to show you how those nets kind of all end up looking out. Take all these numbers, what do we have to do with them? No, you don't multiply them, you add them together. Where's my calculator? Use my canoe. I'm sorry if you're not laughing. All right, I want to add all these up. I got 48. I know some of you already have them added up in your head. 48 plus 24 plus 24. No, you may not go to the bathroom right now. No. Plus 32 equals 208. They're 208, and we label them as centimeters. And they're not just centimeters, they're centimeters squared because it's area. It's area. Added all of them up. So if I was to unfold this, the amount of wrapping paper, the amount of cardboard boxing I would need, it's going to be 204 centimeters squared. Or excuse me, 208 centimeters squared. Now, back to those triangular prisms, okay? If you feel like you got it, move on, let's go on. But if not, I'm going to help you out with this one. I've got 2, 3, 7, and 5. And again, these have 5 faces, so I better have 5 numbers. The reason I know it's 5, there's a front and there's a back, and then these like a tent, I'm going to have a side and a bottom. There's not going to be 6 faces here. So let's go about triangles. I'm going to just tackle those right away because most of you just despise them. It's 3 across. This height right here is 2. Remember, we measure vertically where I can find a 90-degree angle. So 2. This measurement's 5, and I don't need that right now. Okay, if I had to find perimeter for this triangle, remember I use base times height. How tall is this? I'd go 3 times 2, I get 6, but it's not 3 times 2 is 6 because 6 would be 3 across all the way and 2 across all the way up, but this is half the amount. It's half the size, so I have to cut it in half. 3 times 2 is 6, divided by 2, I get 3. Now some of you are kind of catching on and say, Mr. Outlaw, I can just double it and then I'd have both right there, front and back, that's fine. But if not, front, back, I get 3 and 3. Both the triangles are going to have the exact same area. Now I'm going to go to this side. 7 across, 5 up here. Well, 7 times 5, I get 35. So this right-hand side is going to be 35. Now based on these numbers, I know it's going to be 7 across over here. This is also going to be 5, isosceles triangle. So that left-hand side is also going to be 35. Now, there is no top of the tent, okay, right here in this shape particular. So I just got to find this bottom one. And this bottom one's going to be right here. And I'm going to use a 3 across and 7 back. 3 times 7, we get 21 for that base. What do I have to do with all the numbers? Anybody? Yes, you add them all up. Good job. That was a nice little video thing you did there, Ray. Okay, so I add all these up. I get 6 plus 21. I get 27 plus the 70. Add it all up. I get 70, 97. 97. There's no label. Units squared. 97 units squared. I know I make it look easy, but it is if you take the time, draw it out, make sure you get your multiplication facts right, all that stuff right there. Okay? Now, I showed you a net before. This is the same kind of net. If I was to fold these up, these would come together. These would come together. Okay? This side, the same thing. So sometimes visualizing this net may help you. Zippy, you able to zoom in on that? Good job. All right, so here, let's find the area of just this triangle. Before I do that, I want to label some numbers so we all kind of have the same numbers going on. If this is 12, 12, 12, 12, that line is parallel. If this is 5, this is 5. If this is 5, this is 5. Okay? Over here, these are all going to be 5 based on this information that I have with these numbers. Okay? So now, makes it a little bit easier when I'm finding this. I'm going to go about the triangles, just get them over with, and go right here. I feel like that guy that Owen likes to watch, what's that guy's name? The guy with the fluffy hair that makes all those YouTube videos, what's it called? Is it Eric Scott?
No.
Ladies and gentlemen, I just found this. I have never seen this happen before, right? What's that guy's name? You gotta think of it, Zippy. All right, so that's what I feel like right now. The YouTube guy. All right, so based on that, I have 5 times 4. 5 times 4 is the area or the measurements I'm using for this triangle. Remember, base times height divided by 2. Base times height divided by 2, or half of the base times the height. I get 20, but it's not really 20, it's 10, because it's the area of a triangle. You cut it in half. So if this triangle over here is 10, what is this one? 10. Now, if you wanted to find it, you could, but it's 10 and 10. So I'm going to go left and right. 10 and 10. There's no top of a rectangular prism in this case right here, okay, depending on the orientation. So now I got to find some triangles, or some rectangles. This one right over here is going to be 5 by 12. Now the way this worked out, actually all 3 of them are going to be 5 by 12, because we didn't know this at the time, but this is an equilateral triangle. All these sides of the triangle are all equal, so then 5, 5, and 5, it just rotates around. So if this one is a 5 by 12, they're all going to be 5 by 12, and we kind of labeled it that way too. 5 times 12, I get 50, I get 60. So these 3 faces are going to be 60. Front, back, and then this bottom is also going to be 60. I add all of them up, 60, 60, 60. Well, that's 180 just in the 60s. And then 10 and 20, another 20. I add all those faces up, I get 0, carry the 1, 200. Now, oh, they are labeled inches, so we'll go 200 inches, and they are squared because it's area, okay? Again, finding the area only, and then just how much wrapping paper would you need? Now, you guys, you've been doing these 2 for the last 2 days, so if you haven't gotten to 80% yet, please do. If you want to push yourself to 100, by all means, please do. But they're 6th grade, FF 18, and IXL EE 18. You guys are doing a great job. I know this isn't maybe the way you want to do it, or maybe some of you is like, finally, he's done, we can just move on. I got this. Until next time, we will see you soon. You never know who's going to be teaching you next time or what shirt he's wearing. Here's a hint. I'm teaching these all the same day. I'm just switching my shirt so it looks like I'm not doing it the same day. See you, bye.